That'll work. That will work for our Goof Troop practice. How did I play? You didn't play at all, Nero, so 0 out of 10. Sorry about that. Can I play something besides emulated? Nope. I mean, you can play whatever you want, Nero. Like Dragon Ball Fighter. That sounds pretty good. You want to play Overwatch, Nero? Alright, let's see how this works. Alright, so this... Hold on, let me check audio. Audio should be per... That's okay. Like, the audio, I don't think you're missing out too much on it. Can you play as Girl Goofy? You cannot, unfortunately. But look, you've got sub position kind of stuff. You've got an in-game timer. You've got an RNG seed. What actually advances the RNG seed? Directions? Can you do manip? You can do manip in this game. That is really cool. I might have to look into that. Seems like it just changes every so many seconds. Alright, let's see. I did something. Oh, you can just give him hearts. That's cool. You can give him lives. There's one. Let me look up. I'm bringing up. So if anybody wants this, the link to this. It is right here to download for yourself. All right, let's. Okay, so what settings does this thing have? Oh, I need to change my title. Alright, I've updated my title. So this has changed to the next room, to the next RNG seed. Disable dark room. Start and up is supposed to take me to the next room. Interesting. Oh wow, I'm all the way up here. That's not good. Well, I guess that's... What are you supposed to do though? I think it's cool. I'm up here, but I can't get anywhere. This may be ill-advised. Do I just... I wish, Nero. Sadly, I cannot. Resets the current room. That's... Oh, something bad is happening. There's got to be a way I could just die and respawn. Huh. Can I just go to the boss, maybe? Alright, so to get you... but I'm stuck up here. That's no good. Oh, I'm down here now. How did that happen? Alright, let's just reset. Oh. What is Meow Meow history, Nero? What is this? Oh, I should have read that. That looked like it had some useful information. Well, it's like right here is where I start. Maybe you're not supposed to use it. Hold on. Maybe you're not supposed to do that too much. Just getting used to the practice ROM. Alright, it says timer resets in each stage. Alright, cool. Okay, so that advances to the next room, but that's like useless as long as I can't like die. Like, it's kind of cool, but the feature sucks because I can't like figure out where I'm spawning. Like if I press, maybe I'm doing it wrong. All right. You've never watched it. Well, I don't know either, man. Alright. This, like, it would be nice if I could go to any room, but this is what happens. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, apparently... All right, so this feature in the README it says that the advance to next screen feature is in beta and may have issues still. So okay, all right, that's actually cool. We did something. So we can reset the current room with that. All right, so if I'm stuck, I can. The issue is it keeps me on the, I don't know, man. I think this feature might be ill-advised. Like, alright. So that feature does not work too well. Alright, let me get up the Goof Troop stages. Passwords. Let's practice the stage 4 boss. Yeah, let's see. What is this? What do you got, Tapioca? It's like everybody knew except us. Like, it's so obvious in retrospect, right? Oh, I did the wrong thing. I do not want that. I want stage selection screen. Yeah, how did it not leak? Like, all these people knew, and yet it still didn't leak. Unless you're serious about how did it not leak, which is also kind of equally amazing. Imagine Nintendo not suppressing leaks somehow. Apparently the whole Smash game has been like released somewhere. If you have the paper clip stuck in your Switch, you could have been playing Smash a week ago or something. The issue is I have to play this dumb stage, but... hold on. Alright, we're giving ourselves some extra lives, that's good. I guess I'm just gonna go to the end of this stage and make a save state for the boss. Because the other, like, what would be really cool about this ROM hack is if, that one feature where you just jump to different rooms actually, like, reset your position. But sadly, it does not do that. Alright, what's cool though is we can just deboost through stuff. Because we have a button that gives us health. So that's cool. Some store in Mexico broke street date like two weeks ago. Well, aren't there like what about those like? Weren't there like tournament copies, and there's always like review copies, right? So all it does is take one of those people to have the Switch with the paper clip inside of it, and then they can put it online. Then anybody else can play it. I mean, that happened with Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Granted, that was Wii U, but... Comfy Nero. Alright, we're just gonna deboost through stuff. Plan is just get to the boss. And practice this World 4 boss. What I'd like to do today is practice World 4 boss. I don't know if I need practice with World 3 boss. I might just do that in runs. It's not particularly hard. I do want to practice the clip though, so we might do some clip practice later. I have no idea how hard it is, but this ROM will definitely help us learn that. Because the clip saves like 40 seconds, which is like, I don't know how, like it doesn't seem like it's a free clip, but I mean 40 seconds, man. So if we can get halfway decent at the clip, that's cool. There is a clip. You clip over like a void. I'll bring up. It's in World 5, so when we get there, I've seen it done in speed runs, but I haven't looked at the video that teaches you how to do it, so I have no idea how hard it is. But you can like the time loss is 1 life and a couple seconds. So if you fail it, it's still worth going for as long as you can afford the lives. And we're getting pretty good at Pete. Like, so I think we should start learning it. Like, even if we don't get it, like, first or second or third try even, could still be worth. Did I screw up? Oh. Rip. I do want to play La Mulana Nero. It looks fun. I watched a playthrough of it. Not like I watched a casual playthrough, so I didn't catch all the streams of it. Looks like a fun game. And I didn't pay close enough attention to it to like know how to do stuff to spoil my own playthrough. I hear La Mulana 2 is better though. As far as like game perspective and just I don't know. Those games look like you can play them out of order as well, so I might play 2 before 1. Just because it seems like it's such a long game, so if... I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play both of them, so if I'm only going to play 1, I might as well play the better one. They map the stuff that gives you health, like an extra lives, they map that on some weird keys. Granted, I think this ROM hack is more suited. Like, it's billed as something you're supposed to put on a SNES, an SD to SNES like cart. So it lets you practice on real hardware. Which is probably better because then, but you like, as far as using it on emulator though, like it doesn't seem like it surpasses what you could just get on emulator, if that makes sense. Man, we might have to bait this guy. Baited. I should learn how to do this room effectively. Like, I think there's so much time loss potential here. Okay. Like, yeah, let's do that. That's actually some good tech. Let's make a save state here. Is there no better way to do this in BizHawk? I'll just map it to my, let's see, hotkeys. Okay. Save states. We'll say, alright. Save state 0, we'll use that key. Load state 0, that key. Alright, cool, cool, cool. That'll make us be good at the game. Alright, let's see if that worked. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Perfect. The SD to SNES is comfy, like Nero. Aww. I watched a playthrough, but I'm scared of watching so much that I get spoiled. Yeah, I get that. It seems like such a complicated game that I'm not as scared, though. Alright, so, let's see. So, we come in here. What kind of stuff do they do? They can go up. They seem like they want to kick stuff. Like, so, alright, so my first... like, thing I want to do is I want to come here and then kick this, but you gotta be quick, and that guy's not gonna help you. Maybe come over to this side? No. I wonder, though, does this help? Not really. So they're gonna, like, aggro you. I'm trying to think. Like, you've got 4 blocks. So you can get that third one from the left pretty easily, but like you can get him by just doing this most of the time if you have like good enough movement. But then that other guy isn't easy to get. Ooh, and if that guy does that, that's bad. So I'm just trying to figure out, where do I go first? Maybe you just have to take a chance. Like, I'm gonna see what the world record run does here, if they just get good RNG or if they have a strategy. Let's see if I can do a browser capture as well. It might not be worth it. Goof Troop. Speedrun.com. Alright, I'll bring it up here. Alright, here's Hulk. La Hulk. Alright, let's get a capture up. Window capture. Yes, that. So let's see, what does he do here? Alright, this one. Yeah. So he goes... Oh, so he uses the drill. That's actually really smart. That, I didn't even consider that. It looks like that's good luck too. So he goes in and he like totally baits this guy. So he goes right to the third one and stuns them. Okay, alright, that looks really good. Alright, let's practice that. That looks like a solid strategy. So you gotta use the drill. So you come over here to this guy and you stun him. And then that aggro's the other guy. Alright, that's okay though. Alright, let's try that again. So come over here and you stun this guy. Ooh, that sucks though. You probably have to keep an eye on that one too. You might stun him if you need to. Okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting I can do this. Well, I'm screwed here, alright. Yeah, that's tough, because you gotta get good with the drill. So what Hulk did was he does this, he comes up, he did this, then he comes down here. Ooh, okay, that's not good. Let's watch the video again. Yo, same Nero. Alright, so he does this part. He comes in here, he stuns that guy, he gets them both. But that guy goes... The guy on the left, he gets the RNG where he comes down. Let me see his movement again then. He comes in, he instantly goes left. Okay. And then he looks like he wants to get that guy. Alright. Okay. Let's try that again. Yo, sure. All you need, Nero, is you need a Chromecast or an HDMI cable that goes long enough from your computer to your TV. And then, yes, you'll be able to watch me. So instantly come over here, hit this guy, get that stun off. See, I wonder... So in this particular RNG seed, that other guy wants to come up. I don't really know how to deal with that. I think it's to stun him. But then you get that, which is frustrating. I think I need to be more aggressive on the stun for the second guy. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then we get this guy down here. Okay. Alright, I think I learned something there. So if this guy comes up, you just gotta be aggressive and stun him. Well, that sucked. Let's try this again. Yeah, they do that. I need to wait an extra second. Oh, that wasn't good. Well. Yeah, you get kind of screwed there if you're not quick enough. Okay, that's good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, that was good. Let's see if we can do that again. I think I should have maybe baited that guy. Yeah, so they're not susceptible to stun as soon as you hit them. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I think the... Alright, so that's not good either, but... Come on. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm curious, let me check another run and see how they deal with a different RNG seed. Yes, it's okay to watch SG4E whenever. Alright, hit me up with the bad idea, Tapioca. In the meantime, we are going to look this up again. That was Hulk. What about... Let's see what El Magus got in his run. Ooh. Monka S. Okay, here. Alright, he does the dumb puzzle. Yeah, he goes for the same strat. Like, how does he get that every time? So they both did the same thing, like the exact same thing. Let me just see if this guy gets it too. One of our Brazilian friends. He's too good for Twitch. He streams on YouTube. Let's see if he has the same strat. I don't know, maybe I'm just on a bad RNG seed and you just have to get lucky, but yeah, it's hit him once, do that, down, and then I guess this guy maybe baits you. Okay, alright, so that's just the way you have to do it. I've seen 3 different runs and they all do the same thing. So that is just the strat. You come over to this guy, you hit him once. But what happened? Like, in none of those things does the other guy go up. Hold on. Do you, like it could just be... Let's check this guy. It could just be that these are all like the low world record runs, so like really close to world records. So maybe they got the RNG, and they just all happen to get the RNG. Because that guy goes up for me on this particular RNG seed I'm on. Like, they all get it, though. Like, what am I doing wrong? I don't see any, like, movement to manip them. Like, he comes up. I don't know, man. I don't see anything in particular that stops that guy from coming up, and I don't really have. Let's just look at like somebody down here, like this guy. Let's go from the guy from Antarctica. Let's see what he did 2 years ago. All right, here we go. All right, I'll check Tapioca. They all do this exact same strat, but for me it doesn't work. Like, what is going on? All right, let's see what we got on Discord. I guess it's in Matman Discord. Oh, what has science done? How is this even possible? Do you have that on do you have some kind of HDMI to like VGA output? Does that TV have an HDMI out? Does your computer have... I guess that could have a VGA in and your computer has a VGA out. What has science done? I'll react with a Monka S emote. Alright, back to this game. Imagine going to all that effort, right? That's right. I appreciate a viewer who's willing to go to all that effort. What am I supposed to... Like, this guy, look, there's no matter what I do, this RNG... Alright, wait, oh, whoa. Whoa, did you see that? If I don't do anything... Am I just unlucky? That time he went down, but every other time he's going up. I could just be on a horrible seed, because now I entered the room... No, it's a bad seed. Yeah, he's going up still. Alright, he went down on that one. I swear it's the seed, though. Like, it seems like completely RNG. Like, he goes up. Maybe you just have to bait for a while? What if I bait for a while till he comes back down? What if that's the strat? No, that sounds horrible. I don't know, man. Micah with this... Exactly. Micah with the scan lines. So in alright, so basically what I'm going through right now is in every run on the leaderboard I looked up, this second guy, this guy right here, like this guy, he goes down. And if he goes down, it seems like super free, this room. But if he goes up, you're like in a weird spot. And on this save state, he keeps going up. So, I don't know, do I just have bad RNG? Because he sort of like boxes me in there, but at the same time I feel like there's nothing I can do if he's gonna box me in. Maybe. What even? Like, and that's the frustrating part, is that once they go in that ball form and they go up, they like jump in the air so they go over the box. You've got to like... I don't know, like, this seems like the worst siege you can get in a run. Ugh. But, I mean, I should learn how to deal with it. Nero wants you to tuck him in more. Just a reminder. If you don't know what Nero looks like when he gets tucked in, when he wasn't looking one night, I got the camera out, and that's actual footage of Nero getting into his bed. See, now he went down. What did I do differently? He went down that time. And this other guy is trolling me as well. Like, there just seems to be, like, oof, so many bad ways to do this room. Are we trying to get... I wish, Moko. I would like a low time in this game. I don't know. Who thought Nero could actually be cute? I don't know about world record. Seems really tough. But if I could have a cool, like, low, like, grind this game for a while and get, like, a respectable time, I think that would be cool. I wish I could learn more strats for this room. So I watched like 5 different people do this room, hoping one of them would have like a bad scenario like this happen to him. And then figure out exactly how one deals with such a situation. Alright, so we made the most of that. Oof. But every single video I watched had the exact same RNG. So, I do not know how to handle it. Okay, so now we just gotta bait this guy up and over. Okay. It seems like so much time to lose here. Okay. Alright, let's just see if we can do... So this is the strat, though. Oops, that is not the strat. The strat is you drill the third guy, and if this guy trolls you, oof, that's bad, but you might have to do this. Yeah, that's not too bad. If you have to do that, you have to do that. Now this guy trolling you is no bueno, though. This is no bueno. I should have done this a long time ago. Alright. We're getting better at this room, though. Alright, so if that guy does... No, that sucks. Those little paws, exactly. It's tough being Nero sometimes. Alright, drill guy number 3. Ugh, so frustrating. Alright, so that actually worked out. But I feel like this room has a lot of potential to just lose a lot of time, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I have to stun that guy. Like, stunning guy number 2, you absolutely have to do it. Okay. Okay, that actually played out well. So if this guy goes up, just stun him and... That sucks. You have to get up there before him, no matter what. You've got to get up... I don't know, man. If he goes up and right, you are in a predicament. I think you manip him back over here might be the play and hope he doesn't come up. But to play this game, ooh, like maybe you get that guy down too. All right. Okay. Alright, I'm going to save the save state somewhere safe. Because that, I might want to come back and practice this room. So let's see, save state. We'll put it on a 7. Sounds like a lucky number. Alright, let's move on to something else. The boss, particularly. Whoops, I did it wrong. Yeah, if that guy just gets there too fast, you're screwed, though. I don't know, you might actually just have to take a death there in some circumstances, it seems. Not the situation I want to be in. I think you also have to think quickly here. Seems to be a lot of different ways that room can go. Alright, let me see. What is the fastest way of doing this room? Let's go back to the Hulk, because he'll know. Alright, so he blows up the wall. Kick up. Alright, fair enough. Seems pretty quick. So he goes like this. Alright. Gonna make a save state as soon as this boss starts. So this boss, I lose a lot of time on in my runs. Because I've never practiced it. But let's see if we can get the rhythm here. So every time you miss a shot on this boss, you lose like at least like 10 seconds. Which in a, I mean, the world record in this run is 22 minutes, so it's a lot of time. Oops. So you are supposed to... Okay. In fact, like, to maximize your efficiency for this boss, you're supposed to prioritize the snakes so that, like, red and green have, like, the same length, because when they both appear on screen, that, like, phase of the boss continues until both of them fall off. Both of them leave the screen. Like, you see there, like, the red one is slower because it still has more parts of its body. So you want to like keep them both the same length so that they both, one doesn't like drag and take longer to get off the screen, but that seems tough. Seems tough. You gotta be really paying attention. Alright, so this patch of like grass here seems to be a good indicator of where to stand. And to be able to... Alright, that guy's dead. If we hit this red guy one more time, we've had a perfect fight. Without... Imagine needing to practice this boss, and then the first time you practice it, you just... get it. Alright, easy boss. Easy boss. I'm actually going to do that one more time. But first, I'm going to make a save state right at the start here. Because I will go back and do... I'll go back and practice all these again. Because I thought the ROM hack that I'm using will let me just jump to every stage. So you don't really need save states. If you want to just practice the boss, you just jump to the last stage of World 4. But that feature in the ROM hack is really buggy. So I'm going to have to use save states no matter what. So after this, we're going to move on to World 5, which contains the clip. Never practiced the clip before. I have no idea how difficult it is, but we're going to do that. Whoops, alright, we finally missed one. So that was not the way to do it. I think it's like right on top of this patch is where you want to do it. Yeah, center and on top of the patch. Clips only, yep. See, so I should be prioritizing the green one now because he's longer. So they're both going to start coming up on the screen. Alright, good. That worked out. So that was good RNG there. We had the option to hit the green one and he was the bigger snake. I'm actually curious. I think you have to hit... Let me just try for science. Well, it's too late. I'd like to see if... I don't think you get credit if you hit their body. I think you have to hit their head, or like their hitboxes towards their head. But I don't know. It felt like I hit that one pretty low. And I still got credit for the hit. So, I don't know. We might practice this boss one more time before moving on to World 5. Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, see, so you can't hit him, like, on his body. It has to be towards the head. Alright, that's good to know. I wonder exactly where the hitbox is. It seems to be a little bit forgiving towards the head. Like, maybe, like, the head and the first segment. See, that's what frustrates me is, like, where did I miss that? You know? I guess it was maybe too far? I don't know, man. I felt like that one shot was, like, right on, but it didn't work. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta be on top of it when he's up there. You gotta snipe him. Alright, let's try one more time. Oops, that was bad. Maybe we'll need to practice this boss. I don't know. I'll just keep the save state and maybe I'll practice it another time. I don't want to... Ooh, this is really bad though. I don't want to spend too much time on any single segment. For now, I want to keep getting more all-around practice. I think the first few stages are pretty easy. Like, there's definitely movement tech I can learn in the first couple stages, but I think this game doesn't start getting hard, both, like, casually and in the speed run, until World 4. So that's all I've worked on today is World 4, and then I'm gonna work on World 5. But, like, World 1 to play optimally is really easy. Like, the last boss in World 1 has a lot of RNG, which sucks. But to get, like, close to optimal movement in World 1, it's like you can do it without even practicing it. Just learn the route and just, like, do it, like, once or twice and you'll have near perfect movement. Snug Dark Arena resets. Yo, nice. Or not nice, I guess. Oof. I've never played Dark Arena. I'm not familiar with that game either. Is that a shooter? Oops. I did a dumb there. I thought he was gonna die because he had the face like I'm almost dead. But he wasn't. Oh, geez, you got... So, like... Alright. So, note to self, you really need to mentally keep track of how many segments are left on each. Because you're not going to have... Like, in that situation, I didn't have any time to react to that. I needed to know beforehand that he had 4 segments and he was going to be super fast. So, yeah, it's worth keeping in mind, like, keeping a mental count of, alright... The red snake has 6 segments now, so he's going to be 6 segment fast, which is that fast. Because they speed up as they start dying. Like, the fewer segments they have, the faster they go. So that's what just makes it more and more difficult, is you've got to learn the timing. Alright, let's do the boss one more time. So I felt like this boss is just so easy to lose time. So I would like this boss has elements of RNG, so there's just some things you can't help. But I would really like to get good at the parts I can help. After this, I think we're going to move on. Unless I do terribly in this. If I do, I'm going to keep doing this boss until I have like a moderately good fight. And then I'll move on. Because again, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I would like to get somewhat consistent. Go through everything and finish in 5 minutes. Sounds kind of fun. Five-minute speed game is an intense grind. Probably. Like, imagine running, did anybody watch, like, back when there was that new tech for Super Mario World, where they learn like this, like the arbitrary code execution with the Koopa shells in the first world. So you just reset and try and like stack the Koopa shells at like the perfect position, and then you have to like move on to the end of the stage and you have to like get the Yoshi to eat the Chuckster. And even then, it's only like a 30% chance that you've got everything perfect and it's actually gonna work. I remember watching Carl Sagan and Seth Bling like grind out attempts like that, and I don't know, man. That it looked fun, but crap. At the same time, that game was like, ooh, I don't think this is for me. This just looks way too tilting. Yeah, this is 15 pixel perfect tricks with no setup, and they like look at it and they're like, yeah, that looks good. I'm like, really? How can you tell? Damn it, like, when he gets fast, that's when I can't get... Alright, we're gonna do another practice, because I have to get good at the speed, and I remember the last attempt, I was like, I'm gonna have to keep track of it, and then I neglected to keep track of it again. They're both at 4 now, so they're both going to be ultra fast. But yeah, it was kind of fun to watch as like not as like a pay full attention to it run, but sort of have it on in the background and watch like, you know, look over it to it every once in a while. Plus, when it was like brand new tech, it was like, wow, this is cool because there's like 4 different people all competing for the lowest time. I mean, that's the thing too, is there was like competition to it. So it wasn't like being the one guy who, if you execute this 15 pixel perfect trick, you're guaranteed to get world record. No, you've got to do that and go fast. Like if you have to like second guess yourself on that 7th of the 15 pixel perfect tricks, that's going to cost you world record. So rip. Oh, that's Dark Arena too. Wow. Because Super Mario World, as like the shells could very well be pixel perfect. Some are easier than others. The hardest are pixel perfect. I mean, at least it's a 5-minute run then, and it's not like, I don't know, what's a good example of a run that has something really stupid, like all the way towards the end? Well, there are speed games like that, and it's just like, man. Isn't that why people don't like to run Final Fantasy VII any percent? Because you have to do the slots. I don't know how hard the slots are, but they made a whole no slot category, so I assume. Damn it! I keep missing those. I knew how much he had, but I still don't have the speed down. I knew he was like at 5 or 6, but I didn't have the speed. FM, yeah, that's true. Well, FM, yeah, I guess that's true. FM for me is more that I misplay too much on Final 6. Well, FM is just RNG at the end. It's not really doing pixel perfect tricks. Yeah, something really stupid at the end, definitely. Whoa! I forgot there was a guy coming at me there. Yeah, so you have to hit the one. If they're coming at you from the side, you have to hit the one that's coming at you. You can't try and get the one above you. It's not worth. I mean, I don't think it's even possible unless there's a significant speed difference between the two. Early game fusions, yo, nice. Yeah, early game. I think I know most of the fusions. Well, I don't know most of the fusions. I'm definitely better at the fusions than I was when I first started running the game. But I think, like, I'd actually do a lot. There's, like, I don't know, there's, like medals. I'm not exactly sure what medals and, like, machines and warriors fuse. I'm not exactly sure about those fusions. Like, I know, I don't know. I might not even know all the zombie ones either. Like, I feel like if I just made a doc of fusions you usually forget, I'd save myself a lot of time. Because I find myself looking up the same ones. Like, what do warriors fuse with again? Or what do zombies fuse with? Like, I know the good ones, like Garvis. Like, it gives me something good. Garvis. Flame Cerberus. Those kind of ones. But, like, it's easy to dark spellcaster stuff is new to you. Okay, I see. Yeah, dark spell. What do dark spell? I know the Ushioni needs a dark spellcaster. I think that might actually be it. I think female, like dark elf, you might need a dark spellcaster for. Why do I? I wish I could see a tutorial for this that tells me exactly where those hitboxes are. Where is the hitbox hacks? That would be really helpful. Like they have for Smash, where you see they have like little yellow circles around the hitboxes. Ushioni and Dark Elf, is that literally it? Because that's what it seems like. I mean, those are really good fusions, so they're worth knowing, but. But like one thing that I've underappreciated with early game fusions is it's not about just knowing like the good early game fusions, but like if you need to get BCDs and you need those 5 fusions to guarantee your BCD, like knowing a pointless like zombie spellcaster fusion that gives you like a 900 600, even though that's not really going to help you much in like world tournament, that'll help you on your BCD early game farm. Kaminari doesn't have to be a dark spellcaster, it can be any spellcaster. But yeah, Kaminari is Spike Seadra spellcaster or Thunder spellcaster. There's also like really dumb ones like Grave. Like even Lucario during the Matman race was talking about, well, it wasn't a race, but when they both did PB attempts together. Like, why do I not get credit for that? He was talking about like Graveyard of the Invitation gives you an extra fusion. Gives you just like a useless fusion with it, but it still gives you a fusion, so put it in your deck and help for ATEC. Now, personally, I don't have any problems getting enough fusions for ATEC. But early game fusions is what I need help with to make sure I'm getting those BCDs. I APAL more than I'd like to admit in the early game for just dumb stuff. Yeah, ATEX is pretty free. I don't know, maybe if you want to like ATEC early with a deck that doesn't have enough dragons and stuff, maybe you have difficulties, but I don't know, like you just chalk your deck full of dragons and zombies or aquas to help fill it out, and that does wonders. Actually, I wonder if I can. All right. We've been doing this role. What we should have been doing from the start is we should watch together what like the world record, how he does this, and where he stands, and get positioning tips. Like rather than just be like, I think I should stand here. Let's see how La Hulk does this. All right. So yeah, the first one. Alright, so he gets it. I've seen multiple runners do that. They throw away the first one. Does that really save time? I wonder. See if he keeps doing it. I've seen them go and throw the first one and then pick up the second one. Or is that just to keep yourself, like, mentally engaged? I mean, I'll try it. Maybe it makes the phases go slightly faster. Alright, let's see how he gets one. So he really likes to stand right on that crevice between the two, like that connection point, that intersection between the two. Okay, okay, that's actually really good to know what he did there. So you don't have to. I should have looked at this a long time ago. He just walks straight up to them. That's really good to know. You don't have to play like the aim game and go like right towards the edge and try to throw it at him. You just walk right up to the center. Interesting. Okay. All right, that's the tech. And see, he's prioritizing the one. Like he knows how much. Like he knows the green one was had an extra segment there, so he should be hitting the green one. All right, so now he's going to prioritize the red one if he has the opportunity. They both come up the bottom. Nope, see, he has to hit the red one, but that's what he wanted to anyway. Has to hit the green there. All right, let's. So we learned something there. So let's go back to our attempts. That was good. I should have watched that a long time ago. Yeah, Karyushin, Skelegon, dragons of different elements. Yeah, you like what is like the best fusion you can do? You can do you can get Spike Seadra. Right, you could do wait. They're like do Spike Seadra, then Skelegon, then add an Aqua, make it Karyushin, then another zombie and make it um, Curse of Dragon. That's like a full it's like a full hand, like 5 card fusion. Those are the best. I didn't understand. I was doing it wrong back when I first started FM. I thought Aqua was where it was at. I get super excited when I get a turtle off of Isis. I'm like, oh man, I can do a five card fusion. Aqua turtle. Dragon, Aqua. How's it go? Let me think. Dragon, Aqua. Gives you alright, so Dragon Aqua plus Aqua gives you Karyushin plus Turtle gives you the Sea King Turtle, whatever that is. Sea King Dragon. That's actually not as good as the zombie still. So rip, I was doing it wrong even when I thought I was doing it okay. Yo, what's up, Lucario? How's it going? Tapioca choked. Oh no. Funny enough, we were just talking about FM, Lucario. Me and Tapioca are both playing different games right now. Neither of us is playing FM, but somehow the conversation always steers itself towards FM. We've got FM on the brain. Also, I hope you're having a good night. Just doing some Goof Troop practice. We've got the practice ROM. Been watching a little bit of. We've been taking sneak peeks of the world record run and learning some of the tech. Oh, that was dumb. It's going all right. We've been just grinding World 4 right now. It's really all we've done. Later, soon TM, we're going to practice a clip in World 5 that saves 40 seconds. It's actually like this particular tech we're going to be trying out is less than a month old. It actually got people back into the game. Yeah, so since it was since it was discovered recently, people have been starting to put, you know, utilizing it and getting the world records back and competing for that. So kind of cool. Like, that's not the reason I got in the game, just finding out about the tech, but just sort of coincidental. 40-second time save. Yeah, that's like huge because the game, like, the world record is 22 minutes and some seconds. It's a significant time save. That's if you get it first try. Like, every time you fail, you don't lose time, but you lose a life. I mean, you lose like I don't know, you probably lose like 4 seconds every failed attempt, but it's 40-second time save, so. I have no idea how difficult it is, though. I've only watched runners do it. I don't know about you. There's some pixel precision, but I'm not sure how precise it is set up. Hopefully we'll find a video and we can watch it on stream. Hopefully get consistent at it. I've seen a couple of runs of it back when like the world record was up for grabs, and like I watched El Magus' stream for several attempts and he never missed it. I mean, he's a great runner, so there's that. But it's somewhat reassuring that it's not like one of the top runners of this game has difficulties doing it. That would suck. Like, ooh. Alright, they're both at 4. So I don't know, come over here and pray. I don't think the final time he can go up there, that would suck if he can. Yeah, it seems like the final time they always come on the low row. Like, imagine trying to hit him on that top row when they're 4 segments and super fast. Oh no, did you choke Tapioca? Task tier clip in level 7 and immediately, oh man. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, I watched a Goofy movie a long time ago. I forget the plot, but maybe? Alright, so here's the plan. We're gonna get to the clip and then we're gonna figure out on a scale of 1 to 10 how difficult it is to do. And to be clear, this ROM hack has all the cheats, so I'm just going through as quickly as I can through the level to get there. We're giving ourselves extra lives and extra health. Well, that's not good. Oh, Well, that's bad. Oh, oops. So, forgot I had the change your equip button mapped to my load save state button. So, we're doing the boss again. I guess I could just put the password in, but it's fine. We need more practice on this boss anyway. I just assigning my save state keys. I was like, oh yeah, you don't use the L and R keys in this game. That's right. And then just like went to change my equip. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So in the single player of this game, your character can carry 2 items at once. Why did I miss that? The hitboxes on these guys suck. If you play co-op, each character can only hold 1 item, which is a great design for the co-op because it makes sure that both players have to contribute their part, and you have to like communicate. You have to be like, all right, you go over there, pick that up because I'm holding this. I think I need to keep this, so go get that item. And yeah, the co-op for this game is amazing. Highly recommend. Was like, whoa. Was not even paying attention. Guess that means I'm tired. Alright, cool. I'm going to go and unbind my hotkey from my controller to load save state. That's a good idea. Oops, that's not what I want. Hotkeys. Save state. Alright, we're making this one. Alright, we're unbinding that one. Load save state will be this key. Alright, good. I forget exactly what the story of this game is. Like, Pete gets kidnapped. And, like, what I remembered of is you don't... I don't know. I'm drawing a blank now. Like, Pete gets kidnapped and you get sort of, like, misinformation during this story. Like, you see a scene where he's, like, eating. He looks like he's well off. Like, you know he's kidnapped, but he seems fine. Then you find out, no, that's Keyhole Pete or something. Because Keyhole Pete is not Pete. Like, the final boss in this game is Keyhole Pete. But he's not Pete, like Goofy's, like, neighbor. Or, like, mini rival. Alright, so this stage you want to have health so you can do this deboost. That deboost saves a lot of time. Yeah, deepest lore. I did a horrible job explaining the lore, but it's something like that. It's something like... You think... You know Pete's been kidnapped, but then you see a bunch of these scenes where he's, like, doing alright. Like, you see, like, oh, look, Pete, he's, like, eating. Like, what's going on? He's at a banquet. That sounds like it's alright. Yo, what's up, Captain? RNG. This game has some RNG in certain places, which makes it some unfortunate things. Alright, I have to remember to equip the drill here. I keep doing that in my runs, and it's really frustrating. I forget to equip it. Ooh, we're not doing good here. Did you choke again, Tapioca? Look at this guy. The T in Tapioca stands for too many chokes. Also, I hope you're having a good night, Captain. Oh boy, what is going on here? Alright, we're through. Oh! Yeah, so what I'm playing right now is a ROM hack of this game that's intended to practice the game. And it has a bunch of nice little things to help you out with. Like, we've got the pixel coordinates in the upper left. We've got an in-game timer, which really doesn't help us. And I'm not quite sure how you can manipulate RNG in this game, but that tells you the current RNG siege you're on. I'll have to look. Like, if there's a way to manipulate certain things in this game, that would be really cool. But that's probably beyond my level right now. Not quite there yet. I'm just trying to get good at the mechanics. I'm pretty sure, like, enemy position, like, changes that. Because we're, like, on the same RNG seed right now. That's because we haven't seen an enemy yet. Like, I think enemies, like, their movement, whether they go up, down, left, right, they read the RNG seed for that. Yo, eating pizza, that sounds good. I'm doing pretty good myself. A little bit tired. Not quite sure why. Oops. Not what I want. Because I got enough sleep. And it's only... well, it is 1:30 in the morning now for me. I guess that makes sense. I usually don't get tired yet, though, so... Alright, here's where the clip is. I'm going to pause. And we're going to make a save state. Let's see. Emulation... I'll call this save state 2. We're probably going to practice this a lot. I need to look up on my browser and see. Let's see here. So this was the world record run we were looking at. Is it guides? Alright, here we go. Torb Trains. He's got a complete skip guide. Let's check that out. This guide includes some background info on the skip. Oh, cool. Alright, this guy is going to help us out here. Alright. So yeah, so this document was made November 6th. I think, so the skip is about a little over a month old now. Like, this was something very new found in the game. Alright. Okay, I think I have this anyway. Yeah, so I have the ROM hack that he recommends for practicing this skip. Alright, mechanics, we don't care about that. Do not run into walls or go diagonal before actually performing the skip. Okay, that's good to know. Bell buffer. Okay. Move into an exact pixel can be tricky. The bell buffer allows you to move exactly 1 pixel. by pausing, holding the direction and the bell. This actually sounds more complicated than I was hoping it would be. P1 setup. Okay, so I'm only doing it for player 1, so I should just read this. How long does this go on for? Okay. Okay. Not too long. I think I just have to read the P1 setup. You initially have to kick the first block into the second block. Okay. But be careful not to run into the block, though, because you can change what subpixel you're on. Okay. Once here, you can safely kick the block without ruining your subpixel. Oh, I see. So I enter the room on the right subpixel, it seems. Next, you have to walk exactly 7 pixels away from the block. Okay. You can use this picture to help you figure out whether visual indicators you may want. Because it's the same distance as you from the block. What? Right, what does it say? You can use this picture. Some suggestions are using the top corner of the block, the top of the star to the corner as a measure. I don't know. That doesn't look very helpful. Once you have this alignment, you have the difficult part done. You then perform bell buffer up. Then hold diagonal during the bell animation. Ooh, okay. Typing asleep. Yo, what's up, Yamo? We're learning a skip right now. We're learning how to cut 40 seconds off of our time for free. All right, this is a video example. Let's see, is this commentated?
Let's go. Perfect.
I mean, it looks so easy. So you just kick?
Perfect.
All right, let's look about the bell buffer again. How do you do that? Move exactly 1 pixel by pausing, holding a direction, unpausing. You'll move 1 pixel. All right, so we're supposed to have. Okay, we're just supposed to have this. We're supposed to have 8. All right, I'm already on. All right, so my Y positioning is already perfect because that's how you enter the room. I have to be on 8090 8009E for free, exactly. All right, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we actually have like a good understanding of how to do the trick, but let's just try and get like the positioning right. 8009E. So we have to kick this. We still have the Y. I don't get it. Like I'm okay. 8. All right, 8009D. We're 1 pixel off. I probably should have used the bell buffer there, but this is like completely new territory for me. So 8. Let's see if I learn. All right, so I should be able to bell buffer, and that'll move me exactly 1 pixel. Whoa. I did it. I didn't pay any attention. 8009F. Okay. Okay. We're 1 pixel away from it. Let me read up how I bell buffer again. So bell buffer is a trick that is handy for player 1. Bell buffer allows you to move exactly 1 pixel by pausing, holding a direction, and the bell button. Unpausing. Okay. I mean, the bell buffer sounds simple enough. So I'm paused. I press the direction I want to go. That didn't work. Okay, we have the magic pixel. Let me just double check. We're supposed to be on, yeah, 8009E, and we're on 8009E. So I'm just supposed to bell buffer diagonally now, and that'll. Wait, what? Let me read the final part of this trick again. All right, so I've got the positioning. Once you have this alignment, the difficult part is done. You then perform the bell buffer up. Okay, bell buffer up, then hold diagonal during the bell animation, and if everything was done perfectly, you should have performed the skip. All right, let's see if that's true. Let's see if that is indeed true. So I have this. I should bell buffer up. Okay, I'm bell buffering up. Oh, I didn't get it. What? Baited. Absolutely lied to. Alright, let's try again. Alright, 8009E. Like, got it for free that time. Alright, so bell buffer up. No, okay, I think I'm holding diagonal too late. Oh, that's right. I need to kick it first. Okay. Okay, alright. Well, it's not... Like, getting the positioning isn't as hard as it looks. 8009D. We've got a bell buffer, one to the right. That wasn't it. No, I don't think you can bell buffer backwards, maybe. I think you can only bell buffer forwards, because backwards means you have to, like, turn your body, too, and that probably just doesn't cut it. Alright, well, we're facing the wrong way. Does that matter? Maybe? Maybe not? Yo, we got it. Yo, PogChamp. Easy game. Let's practice again. No, not that one. No worries, I have it though. I have the save state. It's this one. Oh, please don't tell me please don't tell me I saved over it. I clicked load instead of save. But one of these surely works. Hey. I am not checked out on emulators apparently. I was all happy for it too. Well, we're beating this boss again. Rip, man. Back to World 4 boss. Yo, good luck at work, Yimo. Hope you have a good day. Some classic SG Streets on stream. Indeed. Indeed. Exactly. Gotta uphold my reputation. If I'm doing a stream and I'm not cheating, it is not an SG stream. Anyways, let's beat this boss real quick and practice that skip more. So, like, as the guide says, the difficult part is the setup, for sure. I know holding your controller to do the bell buffer is a little bit awkward, because you have to press like 3 buttons at once. Unless I don't know, there might be an easier way to do it. Like the guide makes it doesn't really describe it very well. But I feel like I have to hold 3 buttons to get the bell buffer, so my grip is sort of awkward. But the bell buffer is pretty free, aside from having to do the weird controller grip. It's the positioning that's hard, like the guide says. And no doubt, if you wanna practice this trick, you need this ROM hack. Having the pixel precision in the top left really helped. For sure. Alright, let's get back to that real quick. Well, I should just give... So this ROM hack is nice. You can give yourself like legit cheats. You just like I gave myself an extra life there. I can give myself extra health. So like there's all my hearts, and let's give ourselves some more health. You just do that. So that is nice. This ROM hack is supposed to have a way that you can advance to, like, you just press like 2 buttons and you advance to the next stage. It's really buggy though, so I can't use it. That's what I was actually hoping for. So you could just very easy, you wouldn't even need to do save stage, you just skip to the next stage, but it didn't work. Like when I tried it, Max would get in like an inaccessible position. So he would be like in the upper left corner of the screen and wouldn't be able to move because he would be like all the way like stuck there. Alright. I'm gonna make 2 save states this time, just to make sure I don't overwrite one again. So you can play as two different characters in this game. You can play as Goofy, or you can play as Max. Or if you're doing the co-op, then one person plays as one and the other plays as the other. The difference is Max moves faster, but Goofy does more damage to enemies. Like, certain enemies will take Max 2 hits to kill, whereas for Goofy they'll only take 1. I think to learn the speedrun, my opinion is learning the speedrun, Max is a lot easier, because that extra speed, like, you might think, oh, Goofy does more damage, so you just like, you know, makes bosses easier, makes certain enemies easier, but that's not the case. Like, having that extra speed as Max just gives you, lets you dodge enemies and their attacks a lot easier, just having that little extra speed. So as a beginner, it really helps. I might eventually do Goofy runs, but I want to try, like, I think getting good at the game as Max is just easier. So I want to do that first and then maybe do Goofy. There are 2 separate categories on the speedrun.com leaderboard. Whoops, not that. Alright, so I'm actually confused. How do you get this key again? Because before you do the skip, you're supposed to have that key. I'm used to doing the traditional route. Let me just check and see what the speedrun route does here. The speedrun route that actually does the skip, because I've been doing the skipless route. Let's watch that real quick. Alright, so he gets here, he does this puzzle. Does he not pick up the... maybe he doesn't pick up the drill yet? No, he has to pick up the drill. Alright, he picks up the drill. He unlocks this gate. And I think you backtrack. Oh, that's right. And you lay down the... yeah, okay. You lay down the drill here. And then you get the key. Alright, fair enough. Just wanted to double check there. I thought I had to backtrack, but I wasn't sure. Oops. So let me actually do that. Let me, like, actually practice the route that I should be doing. So then I go back. Whoops, come on. I get the... yeah, we do this puzzle. Oh, you don't want to do that. That just wastes time. Alright, so now we have the key. Then we go forward, back to where we were before. Alright, I'm going to make 2 save states here. So I don't do that again. Save state 2. And we're going to save state 3. And we're going to save state 1, because why not? Okay. So go in here, we have to get the magical positioning. We kick this block. And it's like right here. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the perfect pixel. Pause. Buffer. There. Easy. Easy every time. Then you just you unlock and you're good to go. Easy game. Oops. Alright, I'm not going to do something stupid. I'm not going to do something stupid. I'm not going to do something stupid. We're going to load. Alright. Why is that not bounded where I think that's bounded, though? That key I pressed on my controller. Oh, I loaded state 0. It should be state 1. Okay. Okay. I should not make that mistake again now. Alright, so we go in here, we find the perfect pixel. That's not it. That's it. Not sure what I messed up there. It's 9, yeah, 9E. I think I'm holding too late. Okay. The issue is this is all fun and good, but I have to like burn that in my memory. What that looks like. So that's the position you have to get, and obviously when you're doing the real run you don't have the positional indicator in the top left corner of the screen, so you just have to remember it's like, I don't know, what kind of visual indicator can we give for that? Like I'm looking at sort of like that little brown, black like rivet on the road above it. I don't know if that really helps. All right, so maybe you can use like Max's shadow as an indicator. Like maybe that rivet on the bottom like just barely touches his shadow. I might use that. Yeah. Again, this is on emulator though, so it might be a little bit more blurry on the real deal. Oops, well, now I screwed it up. Oh, I have it on key. I need to have it on this thing. Actually, let me redo this save state so I have it on key or on bell. Having it on key does not help me. Okay. Alright, we got it there. Good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Captain. I think that's gonna be like my cue. Because you want to get it right, like, yeah, that tooth, right where it, like, just barely touches the shadow. Like, right there, like, it's like, pointing right, like, there's almost, like, if you look at Max's shadow, I don't know, there's almost, like, right at the tip of his shoe, there's almost, like, a point, and then also, like, on the ground, it's at the point. So it's almost like if you imagine, like, two fangs coming together, like a top fang and a bottom fang about to, like, chomp down on something. That seems to be the position you want. Oops. Why do I have it on key again? Let's see. I'm going to change it to bell. And then I'm going to have my save state on save state 1. I'm going to try load that. Oh, pressing the load button changes that. Okay. All right, because the load button is bound as well. All right, let's try it like this. This should work. Okay, good. Perfect. That's what I want. I want to have bell on default. So you get it right where the tooth... No, that's not it. Tooth... Yeah, that's the spot. I need to work... Let me read again exactly what it says for bell buffer again. Alright, bell buffer. Pausing, holding a direction. Okay. I actually maybe just want to practice bell buffer for a bit. Because I'm not getting that consistently. So let's just come over here. Or we can go back in this room that doesn't have any, stuff on the floor. Like, This game uses select for pause. So you have to, like, press up and then... Okay. It's like a really weird position your fingers have to contort to do this. Because what I'm doing right now is I press up and Y on the SNES controller, and then... So I've got both of my thumbs are occupied doing something, and then I somehow have to press the select button to unpause. Because that's how you do the buffer, is you basically have the Y, the directional pad up, and the Y key pressed, and then you unpause, and that gives you a bell buffer like that. So like my index finger is coming around from my left hand and pressing that, and it's just like super awkward. Because immediately after, you need to move your thumb to do like a perfect diagonal input. So you need to have your thumb right after that go on up and left. So let's get good at that. Like maybe? Oh, that's not good. I paused again while I was doing it. Alright, so I guess that's the way you have to do it. I wonder... I might, if I ever, like, if Hulk or El Magus is ever doing attempts again, I might just ask him, how do you do the... Can you tell me how you contort your fingers to do the bell buffer? Alright, I think we're getting it pretty good now. Let's go back to, let's go back to here. So tooth on the ground, that's it right there. I don't even have to look. I'm not even looking at the position. I know that that's the position I need. Easy. Okay, that's good. No, well, I didn't get the bell buffer right there. But I had the positioning. I think I had the position. I'm not even looking at the thing anymore. I'm just looking at the visual cue. Okay. Ooh, yeah, so that's actually F. So that's 1 pixel off. So you can actually, if you ever get here, see, that difference between E and F is so small. But you can actually bell buffer to get that 1 pixel over if you need it. Yeah. Not sure why I'm missing those. Okay. I'm gonna like pop off if I get this in a run. Because again, I run on a real SNES, and right now I'm on emulator. So my visual cue, like on the SNES video cable, like it could be really blurry. Because this is a little bit sharpened, my emulator setting, so I don't know. I can see why doing this on a real console could be very beneficial. Just to make sure your visual cues line up. We might, like, getting here isn't that hard. We might, like, pre-runs. Pre-runs, just, like, practice it a couple times. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, couple minutes, and then I'm gonna do this a couple more times, and then I think we'll do Pete like once or twice just to make sure we don't start getting bad and rusty at Pete, the final boss. All right, let's do this. Let's practice this a couple more times. Okay. All right. So it's all about where the two fangs collide. Yeah. Once you see it, it's pretty easy. Whoa. Whoa, I'm surprised that worked, but it did. We didn't move perfectly diagonally that way, and we still got it. Okay. What is that, 3 in a row? I'm not even looking at the thing. I wish I could turn that off and prove it to you guys, but not even looking at the positioning coordinates anymore. Easy game. That's 4 in a row. Easy. Alright, I feel like we've got that down. Like, so... What I want to do... What I want to do next stream, next Goof Group stream, is, like, maybe, like, put the password in for World 5, this world, and see if that's significantly more difficult to find the visual cue on real console. It feels good, man. I know, when you can actually consistently get the skip. Hopefully on the real SNES it's not... The visual key will still hold up. Here's hoping. Once you see it, it's pretty easy. But... it's not that easy if you don't see it. Like, the bell buffer, once you get used to your hand configuration for the bell buffer, that's pretty easy. Alright, so I'm just gonna do Pete here. Just for no other reason than just not to get rusty at him. It's the hardest boss in the game, but still not that bad. Because it's the final boss. As far as SNES bosses go, it's quite easy, but... it's super easy to brute force. What game is that, Captain? What game do you run? With the somewhat easy skip? So if you're like a pro player at this game, you actually might want... like, the pro players actually like when he summons his goons, they like to keep him on the screen. I don't actually know why. I feel like for my RNG, I get the tornado pretty often. So it seems weird to me. But he does, like, when he has the goons out, he can only shoot or throw bombs. And the bombs are the only way to damage him, so... whoa. So you basically have a 50-50 as far as getting bombs, but he gives me bombs pretty easily. So I don't... maybe I'm just lucky. I'm playing loosey-goosey with my lives, though. No lives left. Gotta try hard. Alright. Yeah, we're not rusty on Pete. That's good. That boss used to give me a lot of trouble just casually with this game. But... I don't know. I played it kind of sloppily with... lost 3 lives. Usually you still have 3 lives at this point of the game, so... it's all good. Zwei Argus Adventure. Interesting. I haven't heard of that one. I can't believe Max, Pete, and Goofy got announced for Smash Ultimate. Who knew, right? It was found by brute force. Sometimes that happens. Any way to get a skip though is always good. I mean, a lot of skips I think are just found, like someone just accidentally is It's playing the game and oh wow, I just skipped something. That's probably useful. Just sort of discovered that way. Also, how's it going, Tager? Hope you're feeling better. I know, haven't been feeling well the past couple days, so I hope you are feeling better. Let's see, what do I want to do now? I think what I'll do, so I practiced a lot of World 4 and 5 today with the ROM hack. Because those are truly the only difficult worlds in this game. Like 1 through 3, worlds 1 through 3 are pretty free. Like even the bosses aren't that hard, but I think what I'm gonna do now, is just like not do a full run, but just practice, just like run through once worlds 1 through 3. Just so I don't get rusty at them and I remember the route, and if I forget the route, I'll know to look it up. Tonight, before I go to bed, I might watch, like, the world record run and maybe, like, one run close to the top. Just, now that I've gotten a little more experience with the speedrun route, it'll be good to just look out for little movement optimizations that I probably miss when I watch those runs without having speedrun this game. So I think that's the plan. I'm going to just do Worlds 1 through 3 quickly, and then call it a night. Run, but technically not a run, yeah. I just, like, my Super Nintendo is in, like, in a weird state. Like, to get it, you have to, like, put the cartridge in just perfectly, and you have to, like, jiggle it. Like, once you get it running, once you get the game running, it's good. Like, and resetting is fine. But if you haven't turned it on for, like, a day, or you've taken the cartridge out, like, you have to get it just perfect before it runs, and I don't feel like doing that right now. And I want to run on real hardware and not emulator. So I'm just going to do a mini run, just the first 3 levels of the 5, just so I don't get rusty on that. And then probably tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Saturday, do some real runs of this game and get the PB down even better. Yeah, that sounds good, Tager. Always, a nice warm bath always just feels amazing. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, I can reset this because this goes on forever. Alright, hard reset. Shoutouts to Furious for making this ROM hack to help practice. This ROM hack, like, has some bugs in it. Like, a lot of its features are in beta, like skipping stages doesn't really work right. But as far as learning that trick, that skip, this ROM was incredibly helpful for that, so I do recommend it. If anyone were to want to take their hand at Goof Troop speedrunning, using this ROM is definitely the way to learn that 40-second time save skip. And by the way, if anybody just thinks this game is cool, or if they have any... Like, I play this game because I have a lot of nostalgia of it as a kid. But it's super easy to pick up. So if anybody's just looking for a nice, chill speed game, or even just a chill casual game, like, to beat this game casually takes 2 to 3 hours. Casually. Like, I never picked... Like, if you never picked up this game before, it'll take about that long to beat it. Which is nothing. And if you want to speedrun it, it's like, world record is 22 minutes for max. After I learned the route and memorized the puzzles, I did my first real run, like my first speed run of this game in 55 minutes. Just like, and that's like extremely little practice. Just knowing the route, it took me 55 minutes. Just like understanding the route, like watching a speedrun of the game and just taking mental notes. So it's a really easy game to get into. think maybe I'm actually supposed to have a drill, but whoops, I don't have a drill. I mean, I probably should have picked that drill up. See, this is a good thing I did this now, as opposed to getting rusty at the game and realizing this tomorrow when I wanted to do runs and just making stupid mistakes. Sub 1 hour first run speedrunners hate him. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should see what some runners do. You don't technically need the drill, but the detour to pick the drill is like 1.5 seconds, and the drill lets you stun enemies, and I think it's a good detour. Slipped my mind to pick it up completely, so that's the reason why. This is not good. I should not have done that. That means I need to pick up the bell. Well, so I'll show you the casual way. This is the intended way you're supposed to do this. Is you get them all in here with the bell. Well, and then you trap them with the rock, and then you get that feeling of that exhilarating feeling of trapping the enemies and them not trapping you. Yeah, you definitely want the drill. So this is an element of RNG in the game, because they pop up and they throw either nothing, a barrel, or a barrel, a bomb, or a spiny, and you can only pick up a barrel or a bomb. So what they throw is RNG, and also where they pop up is RNG. So you could be like camping the left side and they keep trolling you and popping up the right side, and there's really nothing you can do about that. So yeah, this game does have elements of RNG. I'm unaware of any particular manipulation you can do. The only place where RNG is going to really frustrate you is with bosses. Well, and there's that one room with the enemies that's frustrating. You have to kill all of them in World 4 that we started the stream practicing. Other than that, I think that's the majority of RNG things you have to worry about in this run is bosses. Just they can give you different patterns depending on the RNG seed. And some patterns are going to be slower for you than others. I'm not actually sure, Tager. Probably. I know what holes they pop out of, and what they throw is RNG, but I'm not sure if there's different speeds that they come out of the holes. Probably. I think sometimes they go down like really quickly. I've seen that. Where they like pop up and then it's like a split second they're back down in their hole. So it could very well be. So in this game, the blue crystals are continues and the red crystals are extra lives. So that crystal right there is what takes like 2 seconds to get. You probably wouldn't get it in a world record attempt, but for someone like me who's doesn't have a really good PB and would rather like a little bit of safety so I can afford to make some mistakes and still go fast while I'm learning the run, I picked that up because it's just like a 2-second detour. It's totally worth it. These enemies are annoying because they can kick blocks, so that screws you over sometimes. As for block puzzles, particularly, like we're going to see in the next next area, the area after this one. All right, good thing I picked up that continue. Really rusty. I don't think I didn't do a run of this game since the weekend. So I'm glad I'm making these mistakes now, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll put our try-hard pants on and go for a decent time. Oops. That's right, I'm supposed to unlock here first. Save chokes, exactly. You no longer have to worry about chokes. Easy game, easy life. Okay, that's fine. Kick it? Okay, he's actually helping. Good. See, so they kick... Those enemies can be massive trolls because there's a very limited ways you can solve these puzzles, and if they kick the blocks in the wrong direction, you just have to reset the room. And granted, it's not horrible. Like resetting the room, you just exit and come back in. But every bit of time that you lose just sucks, so you don't want to see that. Now this area, the strat is you're supposed... Ooh, that's not good. The strat is you're supposed to get... I should be leveraging my drill here to stun them. You're supposed to come in here, get the drill, and then take an intentional death, so you spawn right by the entrance again, like that. But since I'm low on lives, I'm like, maybe not, but well, we did it anyway. We get an extra life here that I can get early by just doing this, so I'm going to do that. Again, this is just a practice, so if I die, I die. The run ends, it's not a real run, but... Oops, why am I over here? But I would like to get to World 3 and get some of that practice in there. Granted, I can just put a password in, so it's not, like, a big deal. But... would be a confidence booster to make it through, even though I'm rusty since the weekend. Going into this... Oh, we do get to restock on lives here, though. So that's good news. Alright, so I've got the drill out. I've made so many mistakes here in the past. So we do that with the cherry. We get this extra life. Alright, so we did actually that very well. Because I've made... It's very easy to make mistakes there. You have to leverage the drill perfectly there to make sure that you pick up all of those items. You pick up the cherry in both 1-ups without taking damage from the enemies there. So I'm glad I handled that correctly. Ooh. Okay. Alright, cool. Enemy helping, what a guy, yep. Alright, so this is World 3. Another nice thing about this game is it is exactly 5 worlds, so... you can see how fast we're going through them too, so this is a very chill game. I do enjoy playing it a lot. Oh, I do not know what's glitching there. That's an emulator issue. Or a ROM hack issue. Okay. We're gonna have to go slow here. Prepare your what face. I have no idea what's causing that. It's been 4 hours, yes. Thank you. Sometimes I miss Micah Tager, so thank you for underscoring what she has to say. Oh yeah, the ROM hack is not doing too good here. I don't know. I do not know what is causing it, but it is not happy. It's not happy with World 4. It's starting to freak out. I would really like some fruit if I can get it. Alright, good. That gives us just a little bit of safety. See, I would have been dead there. I think I... Oh, it always sucks. Alright, we got the fruit. That's good. Just for this practice run, I'm going to take this mini detour here to get the continue and the extra life. I do that in runs, too. It's really bad, because that is like a 5-second time loss, so it's probably not worth it, but... Hey man, it's a continue and an extra life. Yeah, the ROM hack is definitely derping right now. We've got zeros and all these extra numbers in places. We've got an N below RNG for whatever reason. A G below in-game time. Alright, that sucks, but what can you do? I think I need to work on stunning that guy better. I need to keep him stunned. Yeah, what does F824? What does it mean? Secret code. Somewhere there's like a note somewhere in this level that tells you, gives you a hint as how you're supposed to do that puzzle. You're supposed to go catty corner and ooh. Well, we have a continue. I think you take the... No, you're supposed to take the key first. Yeah, take the key first. Oh, wait, does it matter? I probably should have taken the drill. Yeah, I was supposed to take the drill. Just because having the drill here instead of 2 keys helps a lot. Because you can stun these guys. Alright. This room we don't have to go particularly fast because there's no way to get to this platform in time for the first cycle, so as long as you get here in time for the second cycle, it's fine. You haven't wasted any time. I should really practice getting better at this level though. The dark level, I think my movement could definitely be better. Alright, here's the boss. Since I'm making save states, I might make one for this boss. It's not a hard boss, but I might want to practice it sometime. Oh, I actually pressed a wrong button there, so I'm glad I made the save state. Somehow warped back to the beginning. Wow, okay, I did it again. The issue is, you spam start to mash through text boxes, and this ROM hack has, start plus up is mapped to, like, start at beginning of level, which for some reason in boss levels takes you to the start of the world. So that's what happened there. That's what happened there. The optimal thing to do here is spread damage. You want both of them alive. Because you damage them with the projectiles they throw, so you want to spread damage across both of them. So, and then kill them both at the same time, basically. So that way you have, like, more ammo on the field to be constantly doing damage with them. Because once you kill one, it disappears. And they stop throwing stuff at you. Which means it's going to take longer to kill the other one, because they have phases like this, where they just throw their head, and when they throw their head, they're not throwing stuff that you can damage them with. Although one trolly thing about the blue one is his projectiles like bounce all over the place. Ooh. I'm out of lives, so well, let's try that again. Finding a warp, yeah, wouldn't that be something? Unfortunately, it's a backwards warp. It takes you to the start of the level. If it took you to the end of the level, that would be incredibly useful. Like, it seems like the blue projectiles like float forever. The red projectiles like sit down pretty quickly, but it just feels like the blue most of the time floats around forever, which is annoying. Because that just means more time that it can damage you, and it takes a longer time before you can use it as ammo. Oops. Well. Ooh. Yeah. Alright, let's try that one more time. I'm playing kind of sloppy here. I'm gonna blame it on being tired. Yeah, rip indeed. Also, I'm entering this world with one life, which, honestly, for the save state isn't bad. I kind of like that I've saved the state on just a single life, because it's going to force me to play well. Typically, when I get to this level, I'm working on, like, 3 lives. But I've played pretty sloppily tonight. Mostly because it's not a real run, so I've just been sort of not paying too much attention. But I mean, ideally you lose 0 lives on this boss, so it's good, like, learning to practice and forcing yourself to play better, leaving yourself no margin of error with a save state that only has 1 life. as far as going for a fast time, I think there are legitimately times when you just want to take a death if, like, you're caught in a position. Like, play risky and faster. I'm gonna hold this. I think he's gonna... Alright, he didn't throw his head yet. Alright, he's throwing us... Alright, so when he throws his head, you want to hit his head so that returns him. That basically cancels the phase. So, but now that it's back on his body, yeah, so he throws out projectiles faster. So that's how you want to manipulate him. Like, wait until... Alright, he's throwing a projectile, so that gives me more ammo. Alright, so I cancel the head throwing phase. Alright, he's dead. Nice. Because the head throwing phase is just a waste of time. Alright, that's it. We're back where we started today, which was World 4. Yeah, so apparently the lore is they take him to the pirate ship. Oh, I get it now, yeah, alright. I remember the story now. So, the pirates think that this Pete is their captain, Keyhole Pete, who's the final boss. So they treat him like a king, like he's the captain, and he keeps quiet about it. And then at the end of the game, I think they realize they've been had, the pirates, and they make Pete and PJ walk the plank. Game lore, yes, I was like, I remember, like, because I usually skip through that stuff for the speed run. Then I saw that scene and it reminded me, that's right. He gets mistaken for the final boss of the game. And that's how the story goes. Anyways, that's it for me tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. We opened the night with some Mafia. It was kind of difficult getting games going tonight because a lot of stuff was going on with the Game Awards. Obviously, Smash got released tonight. But let me see who is streaming right now. We could go check out Solomon. The Endless Journey, point and click adventure. That sounds kind of interesting. Something snug to fall asleep to. Alright, I'll send you guys over to him. Thanks again for watching tonight, guys. I think the plan is either tomorrow or Saturday I'm going to do some runs of this, like real runs, and we're going to try to execute that skip we learned today on console and in a run. That would be so hype. I'm going to pop off if I get it in a real run, like, because it's kind of nerve-wracking, right? Because it's right at the end. It's the last level. It's a potential 40-second time save, and yeah, like, let's see if we can get it. So that's the plan for tomorrow or Saturday. And, yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a good night.